Hi, I'm Amy Gutman from Canine University, and this is Puppy Foundation Training. And my little student here is Piper, and she is a 10-week-old Labradoodle. And she does not know anything at this point, so we're starting at square one. And we're going to be doing clicker training. So the first step is to condition the clicker, which I'm going to do a click and a treat, and a click and a treat. And she's going to understand that click means paycheck, that something is on its way to her mouth. I'm only going to click if she's doing something correct. I can't click if she's jumping, but at this point all I want her to do is hear the click and realize the treat is on its way. It only takes 5 to 10 of these to really start to make a connection. Okay, there's about 10. So now I'm going to release her. Okay. A release word says an exercise is over. A release word is very important in training. So the next thing that we're going to do is pair the click with her name. Mark that her name response, her head turn, is the behavior that I'm working for. So she's already looking at me, so I really can't say her name. So I need to get her to not look at me. So what I'm going to do is actually throw a treat on the floor. When she's almost done chewing, she already looked at me. Piper! The moment she turns her head is when I click. Good girl. Okay. It's over there. Find your cookie. Oh, shoot. It's over there. Piper! Girl. And click can also be a yes word, and yes is different than good. Yes is a marker, and so is click. You don't want to use goods to mark your correct behavior. So I could also, Piper, yes! The moment she turned her head, yes could be used. So yes and click are synonymous. Her attention's so good, and I have to get her distracted. Somebody else could distract her. So I'm going to have somebody in the background distract her. Piper! Now, that was a little late. If your dog doesn't turn their head immediately, what I want to do is actually maybe tap them on their sides so the head does turn. You don't want to have to say your dog's name a couple times. So, Piper! So she was just looking up in space. I said her name. She turned and responded to her name. Piper. So think of the click as the shutter on a camera. The moment the dog does the correct thing, you're going to click. Take that picture. Okay. For a 10-week-old puppy, she's got phenomenal attention. And I have really good cookies, so that helps. Okay. I'm going to throw one away. Piper! There. So this is a way to charge up your puppy's name. Without their name response, they're not going to respond to any command whatsoever. So name response is very, very important. So, charging up clicker, name response, 1 and 2. The third item is teaching the dogs the default position of life, and that is sit with attention, and she's naturally doing it, so I want to just actually make it even more important to her. Okay, I'm going to move her around. Oh my gosh, she's so... Now, a lot of puppies at this age will do this. That's why puppy training is so easy. Anytime she chooses to sit and look at me, this is the choose to focus exercise, I'm going to click and treat. Once she's done chewing, I'm going to release her. Okay. Okay. So she's going to realize that is the payoff position. Okay. Now she didn't pivot on this one. I'm going to see if she moves closer. I'm going to move further. Now, I'm marking her sitting with attention. Another way to mark a puppy is that she's going to learn that she gets my attention when she does this. So when I release her this time, I'm not going to look at her until she assumes this position. Okay. So not only does she get the click, but she gets my attention for doing the correct behavior. Okay. Okay. Okay, good girl, that's it. So I clicked and brought my attention to her. So most dogs realize they can get your attention by jumping and barking and being a nuisance. What I want your puppy to do is learn that when they sit, that gets your attention, both with the click and with your eyes. So one more. Okay. There we go. So that's choose to focus. Now my fourth task is mat training. And I am going to get a mat. And she has never seen a mat before. So this goes very quickly. What I'm going to do is place the mat down. And most curious puppies will check it out. They're going to step on it. As soon as she steps on it or looks at it, I'm going to click and treat. And I'm going to toss the cookie on the mat. So she still has her front paws on it. I'm going to click again. I'm going to click one more time. And now I'm going to release her off of it. Okay. Oh my gosh. She's a fast study. She's staying in the position, so I'm going to click and treat her on that. Okay. Now she does not want to release, but that's actually not a problem. If she stays there, I'm going to come back and click and treat. Now I do want her to get off, so with her, I'm going to actually throw a cookie away. Okay. And let's see if she chooses to come back to the mat. Okay, so that's not the behavior that I'm looking for right now. So I'm going to wait for her to do something relative to the mat. So even just sniffing the mat is a good behavior. With clicker training, you're slowly approximating the desired behavior. Yes, good girl. So she chose to sit on it. Now I'm going to send her away. Okay. Let's see if she rebounds back. I'm not going to give her attention for that. See if she explores. So she's sniffing the part of it, so that's worth a click. That's worth a click. Okay. What I want her to think is this mat here is a magic carpet. Again, I'm not going to give her attention until she does the right thing. The temptation with this exercise is to try to lure the puppy to it, but they're going to learn better if they figure out the problem themselves. So she's looking at it. I could have clicked on that, but I want a little bit more behavior from her. That's a cute head tilt, but that's not what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the mat. And by picking it up and dropping it down, I'm sort of giving her a signal, but at least I can get her maybe to do something with it. Yes. Yes, good girl. So I'm going to throw the cookies on the mat so that she thinks that the payoffs are generating from the mat. Oops, that one went off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut there. She's not totally getting it.